Miss Tejasri Kosbe, lecturer from Praveen Patil Polytechnic Bhayandar. My topic is Fundamentals of Measurement, Part 2. Learning Outcomes. So at the end of this video, you will learn about different types of error which occurs in measurement. So first is measurement error. The measurement error is defined as the difference between the true or actual value and the measured value. So basically the measurement error is the difference between actual and measured value. The true value is the average of the infinite number of measurements and the measured value is the precise value. For example, if the actual value we want is 2 ampere and the measured value is 1.8 ampere, then it produces an error. These are the different types of error. So there are basically 3 main types of error, which is gross error, systematic error and random error. Systematic error then again classified as instrumental error, environmental error and observational error. The instrumental error causes because of these 3 following reasons, which are loading effect, misuse of instruments and inherent shortcomings of instruments. So first is gross error. The gross error occurs because of the human mistakes. So basically the error which causes because of the human mistakes in taking reading, then it called as gross error. For example, consider the person using the instruments takes the wrong reading or they can record the incorrect data. Such type of error comes under the gross error. The gross error can only be avoided by taking the readings carefully. So the next, the example of this gross error is the experimenter reads the 31.5 degrees Celsius reading while the actual reading is 21.5 degrees Celsius. So it may cause an error. This happens because of the oversights. The experimenter takes the wrong reading and because of which the error occurs in the measurement. Such type of error is very common in the measurement. The complete elimination of such type of error is not possible. Some of the gross error easily detected by the experimenter, but some of them are difficult to find. The 2 methods can remove the gross error. And how to reduce this error? So basically there are 2 methods which we can use to remove the gross error. These 2 methods are, first is the reading should be taken very carefully. So this error causes because of the human mistake. So if he takes the reading properly, then the error can be eliminated. The second method is 2 or more readings should be taken of the measurement quantity. So if he takes instead of 1 reading, if he takes 2 or more reading, then the error can be eliminated. The readings are taken by the different experimenter and at a different point for removing the error. So instead of 1 person, if the reading is taken by 2 or more persons, then also it helps to reduce the error. Next is systematic error. So in this, first is instrumental error. These errors mainly arise due to the 3 main reasons. The first reason is inherent shortcomings of instrument. Such types of errors are inbuilt in instrument because of their mechanical structure. So such error is basically causes because of manufacturing defects in instrument. They may be due to manufacturing, calibration or operation of the device. These errors may cause the error to read too low or too high. So if there is some mechanical defects, then it may produce an error, that is we get too high reading or too low reading. For example, if the instrument uses the weak spring, then it gives the high value of measuring quantity. So basically spring is used for controlling the pointer in analog instrument. It controls the movement of the pointer, and if the spring is weak then it may gives you high reading. The error occurs in the instrument because of the friction or hysteresis loss. The next cause is misuse of instrument. The error occurs in the instrument because of the fault of the operator. A good instrument used in an unintelligent way may give an enormous result. So if the experimenter misuses the instrument, then also it may cause error. For example, the misuse of the instrument may cause the failure to adjust the zero of instruments. Poor initial adjustment using lead to too high resistance. So if he doesn't adjust the zero properly, then it may read high reading and it cause error. These improper practices may not cause permanent damage to the instrument, but all the same they cause error. So if the zero is not adjusted properly, then it may give error, but there is no damage to the instrument. The third cause is loading effect. It is the most common type of error which is caused by the instrument in measurement work. For example, when the voltmeter is connected to the high resistance circuit, it gives a misleading reading, and when it is connected to the low resistance circuit, it gives the dependable reading. So if the voltmeter which measures the voltage of the circuit and it is connected in a high resistance circuit, it may give you error in the reading. But if it is connected in low resistance circuit, it may give proper reading. So this means the voltmeter has a loading effect on the circuit. The error caused by the loading effect can be overcome by using the meters intelligently. For example, when measuring a low resistance by the ammeter voltmeter method, a voltmeter having a very high value of resistance should be used. So this error can also be avoided or eliminated by using the proper value of resistance. Next error is environmental error. These errors are due to the external condition of the measuring devices. Such types of error mainly occurs due to the effect of temperature, pressure, humidity, dust, vibration, or because of the magnetic or electrostatic field. The corrective measures employed to eliminate or to reduce these undesirable effects are: the first is the arrangement should be made to keep the conditions as constant as possible. Second, using the equipment which is free from these effects. Third, by using the techniques which eliminate the effect of these disturbances. And fourth, by applying the computed corrections. So basically the environmental error is the error which causes because of the surrounding conditions. Okay, surrounding conditions means temperature, pressure, humidity, dust, vibration. For example, if the how we can avoid this error is, if we take the example of the error which causes because of the surrounding magnetic field, then how we can avoid this error? We can use magnetic shield in the instrument. So if we use magnetic shield, then the surrounding magnetic field cannot affect the instrumental magnetic field. Next error is observational error. Such types of error are due to the wrong observation of the reading. There are many sources of the observation error. For example, the pointer of voltmeter resets slightly above the surface of the scale. So basically this error causes because of reading, taking reading, that is observation, fault in observation. Thus an error occurs because of parallax unless the line of vision of the observer is exactly above the pointer. So if he takes the reading exactly, the pointer aligns with that eyes of the experimenter, then he can avoid this error. To minimize the parallax error, highly accurate meters are provided with mirrored scale. So this is the picture. In that we can see how we can avoid the observational error. So the first picture, in this first picture shows correct position. That is, if the eyes of observer are perfectly aligned with the pointer, then we can observe the correct reading. But if the eyes of the observer are on the right hand side of the pointer, then he may read low reading. And vice versa, in third picture, if the eyes of the observer are on the left hand side, then he may read high reading, that is incorrect reading. Last error is random error. The error which is caused by the sudden change in the atmospheric condition. Such type of error is called random error. These types of error remain even after the removal of the systematic error. Hence, such type of error is called residual error. So, this error, random error, is basically the error which remains after removing systematic and gross error. So, because of that, this error is also called as residual error.